What is up, Loud Climbers? Antoine Wade here from Elevate to the Unknown and NextGenHeights.com. And it is Monday, October the 27th, 2025, 7 a.m. Central. We are on week 4, day 1. And today we have 3 numbers that'll tell you everything about where we are right now. 42 million Americans lose SNAP benefits. That is food stamps. That is government welfare, whatever you want to call it, this Saturday, November the 1st, 5 days from today. 4 days. That's how long till Oracle free certification ends. Thursday, October the 31st. Today, Joseph Lehman, 44 years old from Michigan. 2 years job searching. 2,000 job applications. Started his new job this morning. Y'all, while 42 million people are about to lose food aid on Saturday, while Oracle ends in 4 days, while Target sends 1,800 layoff notices on tomorrow, some people spent last weekend preparing, and they are winning this week. Joseph Lehman, he spent weekends working for 2 years while others watched Netflix and watched football. But he starts his job today, this morning, and he's making the highest amount of money that he's ever made, highest salary he's ever made. Marcus Thompson, he's 41 years old from Charlotte, 3 months unemployed so far. Spent last weekend writing practice answers, doing Oracle research, doing research on Bank of America. He got his round 2 callback. He is getting ready to advance. Now he's preparing for round 3, but he ain't just sitting there. He's preparing for when they call. Guys, type 42 million. If 42 million people losing food matters to you, type it in the chats. I want to know. Type today. If Joseph starting this morning hits a little bit different. Guys, this is a daily climb. We are on week 4, day 1. 42 million lose food on Saturday. Oracle ends on Thursday. Joseph started on today. Plus, Business Insider published 10 career stories this weekend. Real people, real names, real results. Some winning big, some struggling hard. I got the evidence. Plus, Target sends notifications on tomorrow. Who gets laid off? Who gets fired? Everybody's working from home from Target this week in their corporate headquarters because they don't want to see anybody running out of the office with boxes. Plus, Paramount, they started their layoffs this morning. And I am about to show you what winners did last weekend, what Joseph did for 2 years of weekends, and what you are doing this week, Monday through Thursday, 4 days. You should be doing the Oracle sprint. Because by Friday, Oracle is gone. The opportunity is closed. Let's climb this morning. Let's see who was all in the house, guys. Let us see who was all in the house. Good to see you by the book. Good to see you, Ant Dog. Good morning. Second exam attempt is set up for the 30th. I'm going for the AI agent certification as well. I love it, Ant Dog. See, you got people who actually get out here and do their actual work. My man, Ant Dog, is one of them. The Life of Cam is in the house. My man, Life of Cam is in the house. He is my moderator. He is my moderator for the Patreon as well, too. Life of Cam, I'll be getting back with you sometime today or first thing in tomorrow morning, okay? Who's all in the house? We got Sarita's in the house. We got Jason in the house as well, too. My man says, Jason says, awesome shirt, Antoine. You know, I typically like to wear light colors, but today I decided I wanted to go dark because it's Monday and it's a dark morning for 42 million Americans who are struggling right now, and they are scared about what's going to potentially happen. But let us jump into the first segment, guys. Let us jump into the first segment, okay? All right. Before I show you what winners did last weekend, you got to understand what's happening right now this week. And this isn't predictions. This is real people. These are real dates. These are real deadlines. 7 minutes on this, and then we are moving to what you guys can control, okay? Friday, October the 24th. That was a good show date for us. 3 days ago, USDA posted a message on their website, and this is what it said. Bottom line, the well has run dry. What does that mean? November the 1st, this Saturday, 5 days from today, 42 million Americans on SNAP, on food stamps, on supplemental nutrition assistance program. That is food stamps. No benefits coming November the 1st. Ain't that something? Holy wow. So you set up all these people to rely on you. And all of a sudden now, with the government shut down, you're taking it away. And people are all up in arms about it. They're going to have no benefits coming after November the 1st. 7 million Americans are on WIC. Women, infants, and children nutrition program. No benefits coming November the 1st. That's 49 million people total. No food assistance after this Saturday. That is a lot of people. Let me put this in perspective. The entire state of California, 39 million people. SNAP and WIC combined, 49 million people. That's more than California. That's every person in Texas, plus every person in Florida combined. All of them. No food assistance on Saturday. Type Saturday if 5 days away is too close. And I don't think they're going to be able to get this resolved by then. 2 states said this: we ain't letting our people starve. That's what 2 states said. Virginia, Governor Glenn Youngkin declared a state of emergency on Wednesday, using state funds, $150 million per month to cover SNAP for 850,000 Virginians. Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry signed an executive order on Friday. $150 million state dollars cover SNAP November the 1st through the 4th. 793,000 Louisianans. 2 states using their own money because the federal government won't open. And the federal government is not taking care of this right now. Type states, if that's what leadership looks like. I think that's what leadership looks like. They say, you know what? We're going to use our own money to take care of our people. That's what leadership looks like. But most states, they can't afford that. Most states don't got $10 billion surpluses like Virginia. So 49 million people minus Virginia, minus Louisiana for 4 days. That's still over 47 million people, no food assistance on Saturday. Rent due November the 1st, too. Same day. You get no food. Your rent is due. That's why I got the dark shirt on today, because it is dark. It is a dark Monday. Food aid ends. Rent is due 5 days from today. Let's go over to the news and let's listen to what they got to say about this, okay? Good morning, America.
Over 41 million recipients of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP, could lose food stamps by November 1st, next Sunday, a week from today, as funds for the critical program are set to run out as part of the shutdown. The Agriculture Department says they are not able to use $6 billion of contingency funds during the government shutdown. And any state that covers expenses on their own will not be reimbursed. News Nation's Alicia Nieves joining us now. Alicia, good morning. Walk us through what this means for millions of Americans.
Yeah, I've been following this closely for a week now. For the first time, we are now hearing the USDA explicitly say here that there are going to be no more SNAP benefits. This well, as the USDA says, it runs dry come November 1st, less than a week from now. SNAP benefits, I mean, they provide low-income Americans with money usually loaded on an electronic card to purchase things like food and groceries. Eligibility, of course, depends on factors like household size and income. And in a post on its website, the department says the well has run dry, directly blaming Senate Democrats, accusing them of blocking funding 12 times while holding out on issues like health care that Republicans say is, quote, for illegal aliens and for gender mutilation procedures. But politics aside here, this decision impacts, as we pointed out a moment ago, over 41 million Americans, most families with children, older adults, people with disabilities, and yes, many working families. Some of the hardest hit states are states like Louisiana, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Oregon. They have more than 15% of their population depending on these food stamps. More than 200 House Democrats have urged the agency to tap into those billions of dollars in emergency funds here to prevent this funding gap. But the USDA, as you point out, insists those funds aren't legally available to states or to them, and that states that try to cover the cost themselves, these states will not be reimbursed. But got to point out, questions linger. If the administration was able to reappropriate funds to pay the military, why is it unwilling to do so here? Either way, the clock is ticking. 41 million Americans in a couple of days from now may not have this food assistance and may not even have food on their table, which is a scary thought.
May not have food on their table, which is a scary thought. Not only that, the states that are covering Louisiana and Virginia, they're not going to be reimbursed for that. They're not going to be reimbursed at all. My man Jason said it actually right. Fiscally responsible leadership. These states are actually taking it in their own hands and say, you know what, for our people, we are going to take care of our people. And I absolutely love that. But this is really causing a whole bunch of people to be upset. I want to share with you guys something that I came across on TikTok about people really being upset about this. Let's go to this next one.
9 kids to feed. 9 babies. And I want to know why they ain't put my food stuff on their car.
Do what?
I done been waiting, I done did my application. And I got 3 handicapped babies. I need to know why my food stamps ain't on my car. This is not right, this ain't fair. I don't care about no shutdown or none of that. But I've been calm, I've been calling, everybody ignoring me. I done been here 3, 4, 5 times. I want to know why ain't my food stamps on my car. I got 9 babies to feed.
This girl been waiting all this time.
Ma'am, I done been
Still ain't
calling,
got
I
no
done been
food
down here,
stamps.
and this is, I'm tired.
Sad.
I done been there, done did all that, they still ain't put my food stamps on because
getting
it's
no
shut
food
down.
stamps.
This is not fair. I'm tired, I done did all that. Now I need to know what the supervisor or somebody. I need somebody to help me. I got 9 kids to feed. 9 kids. 4 of them ain't mine. I'm taking care of other people's kids. I'm old, I'm tired, I got arthritis. I'm tired of coming back and forth down here about my food stamp. I done had an appointment now. They told me my car money supposed to be on my car. It ain't on there yet. Y'all gotta fix this now. I don't have nothing to do with that shutdown. I'm stressed out. I'm a single mama and I'm helping other people's kids.
Hey, man. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's just say this, right? This is just the start of it. This is just the start of it. Whether this video is real or fake, right? Whether this is a skit or not, or this is the real reality of it, this is what could potentially happen over the next week or so. Millions of people upset that they can't make it happen. They can't put food on the table for their kids. Insane. Absolutely insane. Just imagine this being multiple other people doing the exact same thing. Tiffany says this lady is an influencer. If she's an influencer, I'll tell you one thing, she got a whole bunch of people on TikTok taking her serious. Because if this is the start of it, people are going to be in a bad position, guys. In a bad position. Okay? This is just the start of it. All right. Let's move on. Let us move on. Let me show you what also happened after Friday's show, because you guys need to know about this. All right. We told you at one point, 8 million federal workers would get $0 into their accounts on Friday because they didn't get paid. This past weekend, it happened. They woke up on Saturday, checked their banks, nothing there. NPR published Sunday morning. This is the quote. Federal workers now borrowing from family, maxing out credit cards, standing in food bank lines. That was this weekend while you had your time off. That was this weekend when you got paid. Type weekend if you see how fast things are moving. Now today, Monday, the cuts keep coming. Target. We told you on Friday, 1,800 workers are getting cut. Notifications going out tomorrow. Tuesday, October the 28th. Right now, this morning, thousands of Target employees at headquarters in Minneapolis working from home, waiting to see if they're one of the 1,800 being cut. You have all weekend and you are, just in anxiety. It kills your weekend if you're potentially going to be one of the ones that are cut working for Target, right? If any of you guys got yelled at this morning by somebody, did you ask them if they're from Target? Put it in the chats. If you got yelled at by somebody was short-tempered on you. They could have been working for Target, especially for you all who are living in Minneapolis. Tomorrow morning, they will know if they've been fired. Type Target if you remember that we covered this, the hide the box story. We talked about that strategy on Friday. Paramount, we mentioned them last week as well. 2,000 U.S. jobs being cut. When? Starting today, Monday, October the 27th, right now. Layoffs begin this morning. Next month. No. Now. Not next month. Not next quarter. Today. Stock went up and they announced it. 1.3% when they announced that they were cutting 2,000 people. Wall Street rewards cutting people. Type Paramount if that's 2,000 families being impacted today. Meta last week, Thursday and Friday, we covered their automation memo. Chief Compliance Officer said technology can do your job now, so you are done. 600 workers from the AI division, another group from risk and compliance. That was their last day, all last week. This week, those people are cleaning out their desks, severance through November the 21st. Then nothing. Type Meta if you remember that we covered this confession. Type it in the chats. So here's the pattern, y'all. Last Monday, we told you what was coming. Friday, 1.8 million got zeros, nada, no checks, no money in their bank accounts, although they're working for the government. We said it would happen, and it did. This weekend, federal workers are borrowing money, going to food banks. The reality hit. Today, Monday, Paramount layoffs begins. Target notifications going out tomorrow. The pattern, what we're telling you Monday morning happens by Friday, sometimes by Tuesday. That's why you can't wait. You can't say, I'll prep next week, because by next week, the thing that we warned you guys about already happened. And if you're either prepared or you got caught. Marcus prepared last weekend. He advanced to round 2 this week. Joseph Lehman prepared on the weekends for 2 years. He starts his job today. Highest salary that he's ever made. Ain't that something? This man spent 2 years doing applications, and then he finally figured it out. And now he's starting his job today. He is starting his job today. Good stuff for him. All right, that's what happened since Friday. $0 going into federal employee bank accounts. Target, they are laying off people tomorrow. Officially, they'll be noticed. Paramount, they are laying off people right now as we speak. Meta, they're cleaning out their desks. But while 1.8 million got zeros this weekend, while Target employees spent Saturday and Sunday being anxious, while Paramount workers found out today that if, this is their last day, some people spent the same weekend positioning themselves. Many of you guys are in the chat. Ant Dog is one of them. Cyrita is one of them. Joseph Lehman, he starts his job today, Monday, October the 27th. 2 years, 2,000 applications, but he spent weekends working while others watched Netflix. Business Insider wrote about him on Friday again, published his story. Here's a quote what Joseph said. I took strategic breaks during the search to recharge. Even his breaks were strategic. He knew when to push, when to rest. That's why today he's employed. Highest salary that he's ever made. Marcus Thompson, round 2 interview, probably coming on today or tomorrow. Recruiters said last Monday, hiring manager would reach out, probably Wednesday or Thursday. He didn't hear anything back, but that was last week. Today is a new Monday. So Marcus is waiting, but not passively waiting. He's actively waiting. He spent last weekend finishing up his Oracle. He spent last weekend writing more star stories. He spent last weekend doing Bank of America research. That's weekend work, and it got him a call back. You got this week, 4 days until Oracle ends on Thursday. You can't wait till this weekend. It will be too late. Oracle ends on Thursday, October the 31st, 4 days from today. You got to do this on Monday through Thursday. This week, 4 nights, 8 days till AWS 50% off ends November the 4th. 5 days till the food crisis hits on Saturday. The ladder is there. The methodology works. Joseph proved it today. Marcus is proving it this week. It's your turn. If you guys are ready for this and you're going to be ready to take action, type ready in the chats. That was the crisis, guys. I summed up. I tried to do it in 7 minutes. It ended up being a little bit longer because we had an extra couple of videos to watch. Now let's get to what winners do. I'm about to show you what Marcus did last weekend, what Joseph did for 2 years of the weekends, and what you can do this week, Monday through Thursday, 4 nights, Oracle sprint, because by Friday, Oracle is gone. Marcus used last weekend, got a call back. Joseph used every weekend for 2 years. He started today. It's your turn. If you are new here, grab something to write with because I'm about to give you exactly what they did and what you can be doing. Okay? Let's move on to the next segment. Marcus Thompson, last Saturday morning, 7 a.m., while most people were sleeping in, Marcus was sitting at his desk doing the Oracle AI Foundations, Module 1 hour. He told me later, I didn't feel like it, but I did it anyway. Type didn't if you know that feeling, but did it anyway. This past weekend, I was on a Patreon call at 7 a.m. I woke up at 4:30 a.m. I had to record a video. I didn't feel like doing it, but I did it. That's what Marcus did. He said he didn't feel like doing it, but he did it. But here's what he actually did step by step. Last Saturday, 7 a.m., coffee, sat down, no phone, no TV. Went to the education.oracle/race to certification 2025. Already had an account from the week before. Logged in. 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. Module 1, Introduction to AI. Watched videos, took notes on Google Doc, did practice quizzes, got 78% first try. 8:45 to 10 a.m. Module 2, Machine Learning Basics. Same process, videos, notes, practice quiz, pass. By 10 a.m. last Saturday, Marcus was done with 2 modules. 40% complete, 3 hours, 40% done. Last Saturday afternoon, 1 to 3 p.m. Wrote 3-star stories, problem-solving story about a client who was about to leave. He turned it around. Teamwork story about working with difficult team members, how he navigated. A failure story about missing a deadline once, what he learned from it, how he changed. Wrote them in Google document, then practiced them out loud. Recorded himself on his phone, watched it back, said he felt stupid, did it 7 times till each story flowed smoothly. 60 to 90 seconds each. By 3 p.m. last Saturday, 3 solid stories ready for interviews. Last Sunday, 8 a.m., LinkedIn, 2 hours. Change headline from looking for opportunities to helping financial companies improve customer experience through data analytics and AI. Rewrote the about section, 3 paragraphs, first person, like he's talking to someone. Add 50 skills. Everything that was relevant for his career. Excel, Python, Salesforce, communication, project management. Turned on open to work. Set specifics, senior data analyst roles in financial services, Charlotte, North Carolina, or remote. Change his custom URL to linkedin.com/Marcus Thompson. By 10 a.m. on Sunday, his profile was recruiter ready. Last Sunday afternoon, noon afterwards, rest. Watch football. Watch the Panthers get smoked by the Bills. Cooked dinner. Did nothing job search related. Recharged. He is ready for today. Ready for today. What happened because of last weekend's work? Well, he's going to be talking to a recruiter this week. He's going to be talking to the hiring managers this week. He hasn't gotten his call back last week, so he was a bit anxious. But he will be talking to him this week for sure. He's going to make sure he follows up. He's going to be doing it actively. That's Marcus. But let's talk about Joseph Lehman. This is from Business Insider. 44 years old, Rochester Hills, Michigan. 2 years job searching, 2,000 applications. You know when most of that work happened, 2,000 applications, it happened on the weekends. Let me show you what 2 years of weekends look like. Every Saturday morning for 2 years, 6 a.m., coffee, laptop. Joseph told Business Insider his process. He researched 5 companies, deep research, not just about page. Recent news, earnings, and public information. Leadership team, LinkedIn profiles, company culture, reviews on Glassdoor. 3 hours Saturday morning, 5 companies research, then he'd apply. Now, during that time, he was doing a whole bunch of spray and pray. A whole bunch of spray and pray. Customize a resume for each, though. It wasn't generic, but it was highlighting what they care about. Cover letter, reinforcing something specific. Recent news, company initiatives, something showing that he did homework. 5 quality applications Saturday morning every week. That's 260 applications per year, just on Saturdays. Just on Saturdays, guys. Over 2 years, 520 applications just Saturday mornings. That's commitment on Saturdays. People always talk about they don't have enough time. I'll tell you one thing. You get up early on a Saturday and you get some work done, boy, you can get a whole bunch of work done. I found that out just by being in grad school. When I was in grad school, we had classes on Friday nights and we had classes all day on Saturdays. You had to get up early Saturday mornings to get down to Georgia Tech. Right? You got down there early, got down there at 6 o'clock. Class didn't start till about 8 or 9. But if you got down there early, it means you had to wake up at about 4 o'clock. I was living in Cumming, Georgia at the time. Got up early, got the work done. was ready for school. Over 2 years, you can make a significant impact. You can make a significant leap. It just takes work. And that's what these gentlemen represent. Every Sunday afternoon, he was doing follow-ups. Last week's applications, he sent follow-up messages on LinkedIn. Find the recruiter, find the hiring manager, sent short messages. Saw you're hiring for X role, applied last week, wanted to reach out directly. Would love to discuss my experience if it aligns with what you're building. 60 words. He was specific. It shows initiative, not begging. He didn't appear that he was desperate. He was professional. He told Business Insider, I took strategic breaks during this research to recharge. Even his rest was strategic. He didn't burn out because he built in recovery. Sunday evenings, off, family time, recharge. That's what many of you guys did last week. That's what many of you guys did on Friday. I asked you to do that. I asked you to do that on Sunday. Make sure you recharge after noon. But weekends, that's when you work. That's when you are strategic. That's when you separate yourself. That's when you actually win. 104 weekends, 2 years, 52 weeks per year, every single one working his search. Most people quit after 50 applications, after 3 months, after 6 months. Joseph kept going. 104 weekends. That's a lot of weekends. September the 10th, 2025, he got an offer. He starts today. Started his job. Highest salary he's ever made. Business Insider asked him what changed in September. He shifted his strategy, started applying to hybrid roles instead of only remote roles. But here's what they didn't emphasize. He'd been building skills for 2 years, every weekend, not just applying, learning. Free certifications, online courses, building portfolio projects. So when he shifted to hybrid, he wasn't just another applicant. He was qualified. 2 years of weekend work paid off today. That's Joseph. What most people did last weekend? I'll tell you exactly what most people did last weekend. While Marcus was working last weekend, while I was working last weekend, while Aunt Dog was working last weekend, while Savrita was working last weekend, while Jaquez was working last weekend, while Joseph was working those weekends for 2 years, what did most people do last weekend? They slept till noon on Saturday. They watched football all day on Sunday. They scrolled TikTok for hours. They told themselves, I'll start on Monday. That's what they did. If that was you last weekend, type scroll. Type it in the chats. Type Monday if you always say, I'll start on Monday. Federal workers, 1.8 million people got zeros in their accounts on Friday. Spent the weekend anxious, borrowing from family, maxing out credit cards, standing in food bank lines. No plan, just a whole bunch of panic. NPR published Sunday interviews with federal workers. One said, I don't know what to do. I got rent due on Friday. No money is coming in. Another said, I'm looking at Uber, DoorDash, anything. That's last weekend. Panic, no preparation. Type panic if the weekend was anxiety, not action. You got to think about Target employees too. Thousands of them. Spent Saturday and Sunday worried, checking email every hour, wondering if they were one of the 1,800 that's being cut. They are finding out tomorrow. Some of them could have been updating their resume. Some of them could have been updating LinkedIn. Some of them could have been writing star stories, reaching out to recruiters. Most didn't. Type Target if you see the missed opportunity. Some of the Paramount employees, 2,000 of them, got the news today, Monday morning. Layoffs starting today. They had the weekend, could have been preparing. Most spent it not knowing, panicking, doing whatever. Okay? That's the split. Marcus worked, got called back. Joseph worked, starts today. Most people, they scroll. They're still unemployed. When the bad things happen, they are unprepared. Federal workers are panicking, no plan. Target employees are worried, no preparation. That's the difference between reacting and preparing. Type difference in the chats if you guys see it. Because many of the times what you'll see on some of these channels is there's nothing that you can do. There's no hope for people. We're going to give you the real over here. There is preparation that you could be doing. There is preparation that they could be doing. Last weekend is gone now. You can't get it back. But you got this week. 4 days, Monday through Thursday. Oracle ends Thursday, October the 31st, 4 days from now. You cannot wait until the weekend. You will be too late if you're trying to get some of these Oracle certifications. It is free. Tonight, Monday night, 7 to 8 p.m., all you can do is you can spend 1 hour. Oracle AI Foundations, Module 1, Introduction to AI. Just start. Just do the first one. Make an account if you don't have one. 5 minutes. Pick AI Foundations track. Get it done. Tuesday night, 7 to 8 p.m., 1 hour. Module 2, Machine Learning Basics. Same process, videos, notes, quizzes. You can do it. Wednesday night, 7 to 9 p.m., 2 hours, modules 3 and 4. You can do it. Especially if you're looking to get ahead. You spend more time on Netflix every single night. This matters. Netflix does not. Marcus did this exact sprint 2 weeks ago, and he's where he is right now. Bank of America, opportunity in front of him. Who knows if he'll get this opportunity or not? Matter of fact, he hasn't even gotten the second call back, right? Who knows if he'll get the opportunity? But the whole point of it is he has hope. Okay? And he's putting in the work. So whether it's Bank of America, whether it's for Wells Fargo, whether it's Citi, whether it's Chase, whatever it is, he's putting in the work. He's not waiting passively. But that's what winners do this weekend, guys. That's what winners do. They work. They work, they work, they work. That's how you get ahead. Now, let me show you proof that this methodology works. Business Insider, they published 10 career stories this weekend. Real people, real names, real results. Some of them use their weekends exactly like Marcus. That's why they are winning. Some of them use their weekends just exactly like you. That's why they are winning. And I got proof for you right now. I'm going to share this with you. Some people win on the weekends. Business Insider, October the 22nd through today. Okay? They published 10 career stories, real names, real ages, real cities, real tactics. I'm showing you this because this is proof that the methodology works even when everything else is breaking down around you. Raymond Zhao, 23, San Francisco, had a Goldman Sachs internship last summer, London office, working till midnight, weekends too. Realized that this isn't for me. Financial markets don't excite me. He left, started a company called Structured AI, got into a Y Combinator. That's the best startup program in the world. Only 2% of applicants get in. Raised $1 million, $500,000 from the YC, $500,000 from the investors his last week at Oxford University. This man making all kinds of money, raising all kinds of money, starting a business. Now, Business Insider didn't say this part, but I know how YC works. Raymond spent weekends prepping his application, perfecting his pitch, recording his demo. The deadline for the YC fell on a Sunday. He probably spent that whole weekend finishing. Demo day coming into December. 8-minute pitch. He's probably spending every weekend practicing that pitch. Why? Because weekend work is when you get ahead of everybody else. If you guys understand this, type weekends in the chats. Joseph Landis, 53, from Orlando. Worked at Microsoft 23 years. A solid career. Got all kinds of Microsoft stock. Made good money. At 45 years old, he quit. Started this company called Nerdio, cloud computing stuff. Business Insider asked him what he learned. 3 lessons. Keep relationships strong. Know your budget. Taking the risk is worth it. That's exactly what he said. But here's what the article didn't mention. Before Joseph left Microsoft, he spent months preparing, probably weekends, building spreadsheets. Call it, can I afford it? 10-year projection, every expense that he could think of, kids' college, weddings, everything. Made sure that he had 18 months of savings before he left Microsoft. He didn't just wake up one day and quit. He prepared weekends, nights, planning. That's weekend work that he needed. That's weekend work that made the leap possible. Bill Miller, 82, North Carolina, real estate broker. Also drives a forklift and a backhoe 15 to 20 hours a week. Wife is 77 years old. They are still working. She is still working for him. Both of them could retire, live on Social Security and savings. They chose not to. This is what they're saying. Neither one of us is ready to sit on the couch and become a vegetable. We are having too much fun. If you got old people like that saying that, 82 years old, 77 years old, what's your excuse? I bet Bill works weekends. Probably Saturday mornings on a forklift, probably Sunday afternoon showing houses. When you are 82 years old and still going, you don't take days off. You manage your time smart. You guys listen, a lot of people bought into this work-life balance stuff. Doesn't work like that. I had to figure that out myself too. You don't win unless you put in the work. That work-life balance stuff is to keep you average. It's true. It's to keep you average. It doesn't give you the reps that you need in order for you to become very, very good at something. So don't listen to them anymore. Put in the work, get it done. It's no different than an athlete. The athletes who succeed at things are the ones that are literally putting in the work on the weekends as well too. Multiple times a day. I came across a story of Steven Jackson was talking about how Kobe Bryant was training his daughter's team before they failed or before they passed or before they passed away, right? They had 3-hour practices every single day. Parents had to commit to that. 3 hours of practice every single day. They were a team that initially started, wasn't doing well. They were beating teenagers, people in high school while they were in middle school by putting in the work 3 hours a day, weekends as well too. Now I know that's a bit extreme, but if you think about it, you're doing that every single day today. You're doing it in 8 hours a day for your corporate job and you're just relaxing on weekends. But if you were to focus on something 3 hours a day that you really cared about, even on the weekends, you make a whole bunch of gains. A whole bunch of gains in a short amount of time. A whole bunch of gains in a short amount of time. Here's the other piece of it. Joseph Lehman, the guy who we talked about for quite some time, his story is crazy. 2 years job searching, 2,000 applications. Think about that. If you apply to 5 jobs a day, that's 400 days of applying over a year straight. Finally got an offer September the 10th, started today, October the 27th. Ain't that something? 2,000 job applications. Didn't all happen on a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Joseph probably spent hundreds of Saturday mornings applying. And that's what Business Insider talked about. 2 years of weekends. That's over 100 weekends working on his search. That's the level of commitment that it takes sometimes. Joseph kept going. After 2 years of failing, got his offer, started today. Danielle Cadet, former Netflix employee, landed a Netflix job, 7 months pregnant. Found it hard to balance work and family. Took a career break to raise her kids. She said she's proud of that choice. But real talk, she could afford that choice because she had Netflix money saved up. Most people can't take years off. They need the income now. The lesson is you can't afford to pause for years. Your time is now. You need now to build skills, get certifications, learn new stuff, build options. So when life happens, because it will happen, you got choices. You see the government impact right now affecting a whole bunch of people. Life will happen. It may not be you working for the federal government. It may be you working for the private sector or for Meta, Target, Facebook, whatever it is. Life will happen. And you got choices. If you don't want to panic, you better get those certifications. You better learn new stuff. You better build options. You better network. Aria Kim, 26 years old, Washington, D.C. We talked about her last week. Biology degree, no computer science background, no tech degree, worked at Meta, worked at Google, now security program manager at Sony. She made the switch from biology to tech. This is what she said she ignored. She ignored all the typical advice that most people gave her about applying to jobs that you 100% qualify for. She threw that out of the window. That doesn't make any sense. She threw out the window that you need a traditional tech degree to work in big tech. She threw that out of the window. She had a biology degree. This is also what she did. She spent weekends teaching herself YouTube tutorials, free coding courses, building little projects. Biology to big tech in 3 years, that don't happen without weekends. That don't happen without hustle. Weekends are where you do it. These 10 stories, this is what this should teach you. The first pattern that you should recognize with all this data, focused work time separates winners from everyone else. Okay? The second pattern that you should learn from all this, strategic preparation beats panic applications. Strategic preparation beats panic any given day. Pattern 3, rest is part of winning. You have to figure out some times to rest. We're not talking about, only working 40 hours for the rest of your life. We're talking about some weeks you do a lot more. But you got to make sure you give your body rest. Day and a half a day off, whatever it is. Listen to your body. Make it happen. Pattern 4, skills beats desperation. Those are the patterns that you should recognize from all of this. Those are the 10 stories, guys, in one lesson. Now, let me show you guys what Marcus is doing right now while he is waiting, because he's waiting for a callback, and it ain't passive. It's active. Okay, let's go back to Marcus. Marcus Thompson. He's waiting for his round 2 callback. Recruiter said last Monday, hiring manager will reach out this week, probably Wednesday or Thursday. That was last week. Nothing. Didn't hear anything at all. You guys have been in that situation before, right? Somebody says they're going to do something and don't make it happen. That was last Monday. Today is a new Monday. So we are in a new week. Last week, Wednesday or Thursday, no call came from Marcus. He was asking me, oh man, did I say something? Nah, man, sometimes that happens. They get busy. They just release earnings and all this other stuff, man. You got to just wait. Just wait, but make sure you're following up. Okay. Make sure you are preparing. But he's not just sitting there refreshing his emails. He's not just sitting there panicking. He's not just sitting there doing nothing. He's applying the other roles as well. He's following up with me on coaching calls. Matter of fact, him and I are talking this evening at 6 p.m. because I want to know, because I'm so invested in him, so that I can update you guys. But not only that, how he crushes it and when his next interview is. But active waiting, that's when you can't control the timeline, but you can control your preparation. He can't make talking to the hiring manager call faster or how to make the hiring manager call him back. He can't force them to schedule a call with them on tomorrow and so forth. He can't schedule them to, put them to the final round of the interview. He can't hope for that. Well, he can hope for it, but he can't force them to do that. He can't make them make that decision for him. But he can prepare so that when that call does come, he's ready. He got the call last Monday, advanced to round 2. Recruiter said, expect speaking to the hiring manager last week. It didn't happen. Today is Monday. So this is some of the things that he's been doing. He's been looking up the hiring manager on LinkedIn. He's been reading her posts. He found out what she cares about. He even tapped into her Facebook and Instagram. That's how you do deep research on people. Found out that she's a Cincinnati Reds fan. Interesting, huh? Who would have thought? Well, who would have thought? But that's what you do. You do research on people. You find out what they like. You find out a little bit more about them. He wrote 3 more star stories, different scenarios for round 1. deeper, more complex, ready for harder questions. He started building a 30, 60, 90-day plan. What do you do the first month, second month, third month? Reviewing that with me, reviewing everything, practicing answers out loud, recording himself. I know he's going to knock it out of the park for how much time that he actually putting into it, because I know when I prepared for interviews in the past and I was prepared, well prepared, you knock them out of the park. It's almost like, you know how politicians are ready for a debate and they are really prepped and you can see them on stage and they just come out there swinging and they come out there just lighting it up. A question comes their way, they knock it out of the park, home run, home run. That's what Marcus is going to do. That's what you will do if you're prepared for your interviews. He doesn't know when the call is coming, but when it comes, he'll be ready. Let me show you exactly what Marcus did last Tuesday. Step 1, found his manager, the hiring manager on LinkedIn. Recruiter told Marcus the hiring manager's names. Let's just call the hiring manager Antoine Wade, okay? It's not the real name of the hiring manager, but that's the name that we're going to go by. Okay? Type the name in LinkedIn, pulled it up, found him. You can search for any hiring manager just by typing the name in LinkedIn. Next thing you know, you got to go through the whole profile, read everything. Where he worked before, how long at the current company, what team are they associated with? Click the activity tab, read every post from the past 6 months. Marcus said he found 3 things that was important. She posted on Bank of America's AI initiative in August, was excited about that. 2, she shared an article about work-life balance in September. Her comment, "This is why we prioritize flexibility on our team." 3, she congratulated a team member on a promotion in July. Shows she cares about developing people. That's what he was able to gain outside of the personal information that she was a Cincinnati Reds fan. He also noticed the connections that they had, mutual, 2 people. That's how you do preparation, guys. So you can prepare your talking points when you have these conversations with people. I saw your post. I saw that you're a Reds fan, whatever it is, right? Just make the connection a little bit better by just doing your research. It's not an interview then, it's just a conversation. When you are completely researched and prepared, it's just a conversation when you are in an interview process. Many of you guys understand that. You've been through that before. 30, 60, 90-day plan. Those are things that you really need to have if you are going through the interview process. The first 30 days, what priority are you going to have? Are you going to focus on learning? Are you going to understand getting to know your team? Are you going to meet everyone? Are you going to learn new systems? Are you going to ask the right questions? Are you going to build the right relationships? By day 30, you should understand where you can add the most value in the company. That shows that you don't know everything yet, but it shows that you are smart about learning. That's what the first 30 days should look like. Day 31 to 60, you should be looking for quick wins. How can you contribute? Days 31 to 60, start contributing. Take on small projects. Deliver quick wins. You could optimize a report. You could close a quick deal if you were in sales. You can, fix a data problem. Just show that you can execute. This is going to help you to build trust. This is going to help you to get a win on the board. By day 60, the team should see that you can deliver. That's taking action. That's taking responsibility. That's showing that you can deliver. Day 60 to 90. You got to make a huge impact. Measure that impact. Complete at least one significant project. Maybe it's building a dashboard. Maybe it's closing a bigger deal. If you are building a dashboard and that saves the teams hours of work every single week, that's awesome. That's a big win. Measure that. Take credit for that. Maybe find a trend in the data that helps the business make a decision. By day 90, you want to prove to the hiring manager that they made the right choice. That's proof. It shows that you are thinking about real outcomes, not just showing up. Real outcomes. How can you deliver? If you are in sales, by day 90, you should certainly have a quick win. If you don't have a quick win, you should have many opportunities in your pipeline, at least a big opportunity. That's impact. That is impact. That's a specific plan. Hiring managers, when they see that you have a specific plan and what you're going to execute in that plan, it shows that you are serious. It shows that you are thinking ahead. It shows that you are ready. That's what Marcus is preparing for. Will he get the job? We don't know yet. But that's what you do while you are waiting. You flush out your answers, you record yourself, you work on your 30, 60, 90-day plan, you talk out loud, you continue to do preparation, you continue to do training, you continue to research, because new information is coming out just about every single day. And you continue to build out stronger responses to the questions that may come out. That's all you do while you actively wait. Let's bring this home real quick. I want to make sure I do that. Week 4, day 1. Here's what you guys learned today. 42 million Americans will lose SNAP benefits on Saturday. That's November the 1st, 5 days away from now. A whole bunch of people will be upset. Okay.
I need my steps now. I ain't gonna keep going through this. I'm already going through a lot of pain.
What this lady is
okay, now here's my fifth.
This is what people are going through.
Time coming down. I had an interview and all. Now this ain't
cars at night, lock your cars, lock your house up. If you're one of them people that just leave your car unlocked, parked in your driveway, you better lock it. With the food stamps being gone and people not gonna have people gonna eat, okay? Nobody's just gonna, this is 2025, but nobody's just not gonna eat. Food stamps, I'm telling you right now, even with the government shutdown and the food stamps and stuff being gone for next month, and it's going to affect everybody, there's about to be a lot of stuff going on, okay? I'm not even going to talk about it too much because, hey, you know what's about to happen. Lock your cars. Lock them.
This is what people are saying. This is all over TikTok. They're creating videos just like this. So when those benefits go away, if they don't figure out this shutdown, people are going to start acting crazy. 42 million Americans will lose SNAP benefits on Saturday. That's November the 1st. That's 5 days away. 7 million more lose WIC same day. 49 million people. No food assistance. Saturday, rent is due the same day. It's 1.8 million federal workers. It's Monday morning, man. Just imagine you got to return back to work. You were supposed to get paid on Friday. You are returning back to work on Monday and you have to work, but you did not get paid. That makes you upset. TSA workers, for you all going through airports, they're probably angry at you. They probably short fuse, so be nice. Air traffic control, if you see anybody, be nice. We said it would happen. It did happen. $0 in their bank accounts. Target, 1,800 notifications. A lot of people are going to be notified on tomorrow. That's Tuesday, October the 28th. Paramount, 2,000 layoffs. That started today. As I am speaking to you right now, there are people who are being laid off from Paramount this morning. But also, you learn what winners did last weekend. Marcos, he did Oracle last weekend. I did a Patreon call last weekend. I talked about live streaming. I talked about Content creation. You got a lot of people that I talked about in today's segment about the Business Insiders who did work on the weekends. Joseph Lehman was one of them. Raymond prepped for the YC pitch, raised $1 million. You learn your move. Oracle ends 4 days from now, Thursday, October the 31st. Not this weekend, this week, Monday through Thursday. You have an opportunity. If you are looking to get into AI from some free certifications, you got tonight, you got Tuesday, you got Wednesday, you got Thursday. You got time. You just got to do it. Put in the work. Because winners are going to win and the losers are going to lose, but they're going to complain about it. Okay. And next thing you know, they're going to make a whole bunch of noise on the internet because they had the same opportunity to get work done, but they chose not to. They chose to scroll on their phone. Guys, if today helped you, if you're seeing what Marcus did last weekend, if you're seeing what the Business Insiders individuals that I talked about, Joseph Lehman, did last weekend, if you're seeing what I did last weekend, if you worked last weekend and this helped you provide clarity, make sure you hit the like button on this video. It just takes 1 second. Do it right now, please. Share this with somebody who's job searching at this point in time, somebody who's waiting for a callback, somebody who wasted last weekend and needs to use this week to get their together. They need to know about the 4-day Oracle sprint. More importantly, make sure you subscribe to the Elevate to the Unknown YouTube channel, the Daily Climb Show. If you are new here, I recognize from last week's data that 77% of you who watch this show is not subscribed. If you are coming back to this show every single day, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Support us. That's the least that you can do. Turn on your notifications as well, because we are live every weekday morning at 7 a.m. Central. And we're not just talking about what happens. We are giving you solutions and what to do about it as well. Tomorrow is week 4, day 2. Marcus, we'll see if he gets his call back. We'll update you. Oracle, 3 days left. And look, if you want Marcus's templates, if you want access to me, check out our Patreon, www.patreon.com/Black Heights. If you need a individual coaching call to make a move that you've been thinking about and you don't know exactly how to pivot, you don't know how to get started, check out nextgenheights.com. Booking coaching session with me. Join us at the Heights Patreon, www.patreon.com/Black Heights. $5.99 a month. That's one coffee. You can cancel it at any point in time. But the templates, the checklist, all of that is inside the Patreon. Not only that, access to some wonderful world-class individuals like the Life of Cam, like myself, like Sister. A whole bunch of people are in there. Jason. Check it out. One more time, hit the like button if this helped. Subscribe to keep coming back. Share this with someone who needs to hear that 42 million people will lose food on Saturday. Share it with them. But this is the Daily Climb, guys. Antoine Wade here. Elevate to the Unknown. nextgenheights.com. October the 27th, 2025, week 4, day 1. Enjoy your day today. You got a lot to be thankful of because there's 42 million people right now that is anxious. There's a whole bunch of people who are waking up this morning not having a job. There are people who are waiting anxiously, wanting to know if they're going to be laid off tomorrow. This is all over the internet. This is all over Reddit. This is everywhere. If you're not one of those people, just be thankful, but make sure that you're putting in the work as well, too. Appreciate you guys. Go out there and crush your Monday. Enjoy your Monday. Crush your Monday. Should be the start of the week. This is Get Money Week. That's what Mondays is. You know what? When you get a message like this, you should be ready to go and crush the day. You have no other choice. Enjoy yourself, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Good to see you, Big Cells. Good to see you, Erica. Good to see you, Los Galos. Good to see you, Ant Dog. Good to see you, Miss Wade. Get to see you, David C. Get to see you, Jackie. Get to see you, Jason. Contributions and impact opportunities. I like it, man. My man Jason be taking all kinds of notes. MC Lotto says, if capitalism was legit, none of this would be necessary. All these little gimmicks and tricks. I don't know what MC Lotto is talking about right now, but I don't know. Okay. Erica Livingston. CBC Boxing, good to see you, my man. Oman, like, I had issues doing practice on Oracle yesterday. You know, could be something wrong with the application. At the end of the day, guys, here's the thing. You already know the game. The game is played. You either choose to play it or choose to be left behind. You're not going to end capitalism. It's not going to end. That's not anything that you should be focusing on. You should be focusing on what you can do. The game is being played. Are you going to play it? And if you're going to play it, how are you going to get ahead? And if you're going to get ahead, you have to put in the work. If you are trying to dethrone the capitalist system and talk about all these higher terms and structures and all this other stuff, and you're not worrying about what is it that you could be doing, you're lost, man. You're confused. You are confused massively. But guys, we will talk to you guys tomorrow. I appreciate each and every one of you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.